Hi. So welcome to the session. Hi. So welcome to the session. I'm Abhilash, and today we are also live streaming this session over the YouTube. The reason of live stream is basically today's session I'm addressing all towards UPSC Civil Service Examination 2025 attempt. And with the timeline which we have from today is something around 165 days, which we have in our hand. And essentially, if you are if you have been preparing, thinking of giving the exam, and so many thoughts which have come, this is the time to gear up for the examination. Secondly, today's session is also talking about because in the recently news you would have heard that the mains written result has come, and around 2,600 candidates have been selected from the ones who gave the mains this year, and they will be appearing for interview. So one of the biggest factor which happens during all the result is the showcase of the ability of this exam, which shows that it is unpredictable. Secondly, which it shows that it is very difficult to get through to the next stage. The success ratio is very bad. So what has happened over here is many students, many candidates have met with a unfortunate result that they have not been able to qualify for the next stage, and they are dejected. They are feeling very bad about it. And the challenge is that is with the social media today, the kind of stories which carry around anything like this is impacting or kind of making it feeling more worse. What I felt that today's session, I would like to discuss firstly, like before starting, who I am and all the details about, as put in the presentation. Who is a candidate who should aspire for this exam? Who is that candidate? And to be very frank, there is no one who's already ready for this exam. This exam is something which needs preparation, which you needs to invest time and effort. First and foremost thing, if you are watching the session live and you want to know, you want to be a part of all the programs, all the sessions, you subscribe to the YouTube channel and be part of our Telegram group, WhatsApp channel. The way I can communicate to you whatever activities I'm taking live, and obviously the website elevateias.com. Now, it is not an IS institute. I'm not an IS institute or a brick and mortar center. I'm a very online personalized mentoring mentor who does through Zoom session. And I do not have any center as such, physical center. Everything is online and virtual. And I am essentially a mentor who helps in boosting your preparation or self study. Candidates who are firstly either preparing on their own with the all the internet and guidance, self preparation. Secondly, who are prepared in some coaching, but due to the time and many such challenges, were not able to focus on that exam and and doing it now at their home at different places. Many times candidate go to Delhi or Hyderabad or Bangalore or Mumbai or Pune or Chandigarh or Kolkata or any of these capital cities, uh, Chennai, where there is a whole lot of preparation happens. Institutes are there, which but after that is over, they have to come back to with their home or stay in a PG and prepare on their self. So if you are such candidate or somebody who is repeatedly giving prelims, mains, interview, but unable to see him or her name in the final list, or they will find my mentorship useful. Coming back to the first and what the question which I started is like, who should be preparing for this exam? What are the kind of talent is UPSC looking to make a civil servant? Now, first and foremost, there are certain things called as life skills. Now, what is the life skills? In our school, our schooling education system, we were always told that this is the book, this is the chapter. Class teacher will come, tell you or make you learn about the chapter. There will be a test, there will be a unit test. Whatever is the performance in your test is considered as your understanding of the chapter or the topic. Now, this pattern has been there for us forever since we are learning that if you clear the exam, you are in next class. If you fail the exam, you stay in the same class. I hope you agree with me. Now, in that same ecosystem, what happens is we are unable to make somebody ready for life. What is ready for life means? Number one, managing expectations. Second is managing failures. You would see many times what happens, a good student in school, academically very bright, when they go and do their technical studies or engineering studies, in first 2 years they realize that they are unable to cope up. In school they were getting 91, 93, 94, 95, 98, 99, but in engineering first semester it is 55, or they flunk, or paper is back. They are unable to handle such thing. They're unable to handle such kind of change in environment. That is, the life skill has not been given to them, or they have not practiced it. Now, first of all, this is the most critical skill, irrespective of what career you take, what exam you give, whatever you choose. It is a life skill. Why I said so? Because today what we are handling is this silent type of uh, you know or what do you call is depression, or uh, feeling dejected, or feeling loner, being in social media, getting lot of information, assuming everything is true in this world. Internet is is the most truthful place in the earth. Everybody is showcasing the truth itself, and all that thing is creating further more complexity, further more challenges in leading a normal simple life. Why I'm saying all this thing today? Because I'm very moved by the kind of contacts, kind of social media posts which I see from people who are unable to, who could not find their names in the final list of written list, and they are actually feeling very bad about it, and they are also feeling that they have their own opinion about it. It is showcasing that how the younger generation is unable to manage, or immediately they are very very responding or reacting to a situation very fast without understanding the scenario. They are not able to manage or understand that there was somebody good or better than him or her. There is somebody who took more effort. There is somebody who could have actually done better than them. There is somebody who was lucky enough to be there because he just came in the top 2600. You do not know what are the reason, but no way that result says that you are not good, or you are bad, or you are not good for that particular exams final list. But nobody, it says that you did not take effort, you are not honest, you are not dedicated. Nobody, no, none of the time it says so, but one starts feeling like that. So first, to prepare for UPSC, two aspects has to be very clear: managing expectation, what is from your, it is going to from your own expectation, and managing failures. It's a long journey or a short journey, it depends on multiple factors. There are stories where they say, I don't know, I also hear from newspaper or those articles that within 6 months they prepared and they cleared. Maybe, I don't know. And there are stories they say fifth, sixth attempt, or seventh, eighth attempt, and still going on, very very enthusiastic, then they clear or may not clear. So there is no hard and fast magic mantra that, okay sir, will I clear in first attempt? Maybe or may not be, depends on your destiny, also depends on what the effort also. So first and foremost quality is managing expectation and managing failure. Second is the decision making. When you decide that after my graduation, I am going to prepare for UPSC civil service examination. I'm telling about UPSC civil service examination, not any government job, but for civil service examination. Then what happens is you have already made yourself different from the people who are not deciding to prepare for it. They will go through their regular placement. They may get a job. They may start earning. They may start, after 2 3 years, maybe higher studies. Maybe somebody would get married. Maybe somebody would buy a home, and somebody would go for some travel or to the world across. They have some bank balance to buy a car, to buy a home, to buy luxuries of life, to showcase in Instagram. Many things will happen in their life. But your life, it will be NCRT book, revising, test series, mains test series, one prelims result, one mains result, maybe interview result. This is going on. So when you decide that you want to prepare a channel for civil service or want to give attempt at civil service, you have firstly made yourself different from others. There is no other way to compare them and you. Second, the decision which you have made, that decision also needs to be executed. आपने जो डिसीजन लिया उसको निभाना भी पड़ेगा, और निभाना ही सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट और सबसे डिफिकल्ट है. It is very difficult to execute a decision with the same enthusiasm with which you said that I want to become IAS or I want to prepare for IAS. Every day would be different. Every day would bring its own challenge. Every day will have its, life will have a different way of looking altogether. It feels like everybody else is living life and you are not living life. And it's a discovery of your own self. When you are able to take a call on this, when you are able to have a clarity on this, then comes this examination, which requires good mental health, mentally well-being. Accept that you have to learn. Every day there will be learning. There will be people who will be teaching you. There will be people who will be testing you. There will be newspaper. There's everything around you is to be learned about, have an information about. Second, not the information it will come in exam. No, not that way. You have to be informed, first of all. Second is your health, mental health, physical health, and then comes your preparation. If you are able to manage all these things, then you are making yourself a worthy candidate for this exam. Why? Civil Service of India is exam for a job which has multifold of responsibility, a job which defines the, or what you call the steel frame of India, what we call as India. Until unless you are not aware about India, you will not be able to even think about this exam. Now, what is India? Many times, the I in India is you itself. India is you. I is India. I am India. So when I say I am India, the same is true for you also. So what is India for you? India for you is the people around you, the geography around you, the economics around you. We see it as a country that can be divided in subjects so that you can understand them. If you go by this approach, open up your mind, then you will realize exactly what is this country, India, for which I am becoming a civil servant. Why should I join a custom officer? Why should I become in revenue officer? Why should I become a Indian postal officer? Why should I become an Indian police officer? Why there are 19 services? What are these 19 services used for? What is that making India? What do I have to do with this? So this is where comes the exam. If your first two things is not clear, managing expectation and managing learning, managing failure, they are not clear, you will feel the setback naturally in any kind of career you go. So with this, I am going to start my session today. I know I took a little longer time to help you understand, because you know what, clarity of thought, you cannot get clarity of thought every time. You start today, you have to be very clear. Next time, you don't have to repeat, okay, can I manage my failure? No, you have to be confident. Can I manage some expectation? What is expectation? What was sir saying by expectation? Expectation, you give an exam and think that I will clear this exam because I have prepared so well. I got 60%, that means I will clear. There is somebody who is getting 90% in the same exam. That's why you are not getting clear. So nobody denied that you did not prepare. You also prepared, but somebody prepared better. So what is the next scope? That you prepare at that level. Many times, this is a common psychology. Everybody, what was the cutoff, yeah? What was the cutoff? What was the cutoff? Why do you need to know the cutoff? The moment the cutoff says is cutoff is, for example, in prelims, there is 200 marks paper and cutoff is around 85. In every preparation, the mindset is I will only get around 86, 87 so that I clear the cutoff. Bare minimum to pass. That is the way they approach the preparation. Now, if you imagine only 85, 86, in reality, you will get 55, 56 and you will not clear. But if you imagine 140, 150, in reality, you will get something around 95, 96 and you will definitely clear. So this is the first kind of managing expectation when it comes to UPSC or civil service examination. And whatever I'm saying in these sessions are in context of civil service examinations, UPSC, not state PCS, UPSC. So please do not change the context and apply it in other exams. No, it won't work in that way. This is all the studies and efforts from the 15 years of teaching in this field, not just interacting with people, understanding UPSC changes and everything. So it does not apply to other UPSC exams also. So with this, let me quickly run through what are we going to do today. A little bit about the session is about what is this approach to UPSC civil service examination, and who am I? Why should you be listening to me, and whether listening to me is of any worth or not, or that you can let me know. I'm just reducing my video size to then a little bit about this examination. I am assuming that you are preparing for this exam, so you are aware about this three-stage preparation. It has three stage, and the kind of what is this exam, why it is called the toughest exam, what is exactly tough, a little details about this exam. From whatever I have seen when I was a candidate myself, and whatever people get, what's happening, what are the success mantra of this UPSC civil service aspirants, what exactly it boils down to. That every time you can go and revisit, you feel demotivated, you come back and you can revisit. Then what is exactly Elevate program? What I am doing with this program? What is my intention of doing all this thing? Then 2025, looking at them, what are the important dates for that? How do we prepare for it? Various FAQs which I have collected since I weekly do this session, and I think from last August onwards I'm doing these sessions. So many questions have come. I'm categorized them into various parts. Open question, but only after the stream is over, we'll complete the open question. And although there is I mentioned about a special session to how to start with current affairs, but if we get time, we'll go about that. But current affair itself is running in a different program altogether. I will touch by that. So quickly looking at the time we have in our hand, I'll just start. Okay, I'm Abhilash. As I mentioned, my name is Abhilash Mahapatra. And I did appear this examination in 2007 to 2010. So when I appeared this examination, negative marks was the first thing which was introduced. Second, so in 2008 examination, first prelims for 2007, 2008 examination, I cleared and I was there in the reserve list, but service was not allocated to me because in 2008 there was a first time you could choose from 19 services rank wise your own choices. So some choices I made, whatever knowledge I had, and the vacancy which was there, it could not match up. So finally, nothing happened. And 2009 again, interview list, but not in the final this thing. And 2010, another mains, but not in the even interview list. So I had that time there were 4 attempts. I was a general category student. Then those days you would have seen those movies, 12th fail and all. So you give the exam, you go to the UPSC office, there is a board and numbers and everything is written over there. From there, many people kind of mentioned that when my peers that time, that your scores are consistently high in UPSC essay and geography optional. So I had two optional, as I mentioned, public administration and geography optional. So then I felt okay, might be something naturally coming to me. So I I had done test series. I had taken test series that time in multiple times. I had taken one geography coaching also that time because I was coming from engineering background and I was preparing. So I had my own and I prepared in Delhi itself. But some or other way, the story did not end the way with this thing. It had some other bigger path, I would say, right today. And uh, some or other way, I felt because during these scores were high and things were there, many of my peer were telling me, ki, humko, tell us, take a session for us and all like that. And finally, I kind of said, okay, we'll do that. And why should I do in a very informal way? And I started uh, becoming a professional teacher, specifically in with IS Gurukul in New Delhi, and uh, and there was another institute in Kolkata also. So I was specializing in GS, General Studies, and Optional Geography, and essay and interview preparation. During the same time, in 2015-16, Vision IS was coming up as a prominent, online and things like that. And I was one of the part of the content team doing the test series and prelims and mains and answer evaluation, no teaching. So I had kind of an opportunity to give, whatever I've learned to contribute through that. And some or other way, my mentoring also was very, very close to certain group of people. It happens that you interact and slowly few students become little more friendly, pally. And so I did not do in a bulk way. I was doing I started one website called reviseforis.com, which is currently also live. The website was to help people for preparing or revision of the prelims basically and interview programs. So in that, one of the first candidate who actually had uh, you know 3 times not cleared the paper interview came, had a discussion and we had some different approach to it, and finally the fourth attempt he cleared the exam. He that time got customs, and in 2020 he got IS. So he was also currently he won the award from the uh, Central Election Committee for the best polling officer during the election. So, like that, there were few people. Then he encouraged me, sir. Why don't you do this? You do this. I have few people are looking to up to me. I will tell them to come to you, and like that. It started like that, and suddenly in 2022, 2023, they kind of forced me that you take this program, create a program, something, and I took it seriously. Sometimes what happens, people also push you and you take it seriously. So I took it seriously, and in 2023 I started this initiative where it was considering helping or mentoring actually in all the stages of examination. My whole story was to help manage failure. That if you get fail, we can restart, we can start again, and irrespective of what has happened, how do we learn from our mistake. From there I started, and I designed all the programs the way which I felt a program should be executed and can happen for somebody who's doing self-study, because self-study is the only way through which this exam can crack. There can be best of the best mentors, best of the best teachers. Until unless you do not feel like studying and you do not have an interest in the topic or interest on the subject and the purpose why you are giving the time, you will not actually clear the paper and nothing will happen in life. So as a mentor, our job is to create that purpose, help you with more clarity why you should be learning, and any learning difficulty challenge that can be taken care, because somebody has already walked the path previously. So, and I would say not just for me, but for anybody who is mentoring in this exam, somebody who's already given this exam, cleared prelims or mains or exam interview, or in fact, also in surveys and now doing. So everybody who is mentoring, who's given some time, have something to share their learning. So I also would come in that way. And I wouldn't say that like any top big names in this industry. I'm not a part of that industry, but I'm a part of a mentoring industry where I would consider myself as a very friendly, or somebody whom you can talk to and open up your heart, and you can work together or co create and co study together towards something. So that's my way of looking at mentoring. Now coming to about this examination, why, what is civil services? It is administrative backbone of India, and it has a diverse role and diverse capability. And I think this is something, this platform allows you to experience something which you cannot be narrated in any book or job or anything like such. Meeting as a public servant, you are somebody who is facing constantly uh, somebody from the downtrodden society to the topmost person in this world. So when the passport officer is sitting in Bombay branch, he has to give issue passport to Mukesh Ambani, Shah Rukh Khan, to the poorest person who's applying, and he has to be equally as a public servant serve them, no differentiation. So you will see bigger star, bigger industrialist waiting in front of passport office because there is a queue. So that is the power of, in fact, you would have seen in many newspaper when prime minister, when he goes for election, his own nomination, he has to go to the returning officer or to the who's an IS officer and submit his nomination. He might be the prime minister in the previous government, but in the new election, he is just as any other candidate who is submitting his nomination. So you will see this exam, the collector is sitting and prime minister is coming and giving him his nomination paper. This photo comes many times. So that is the kind of power, and this does not come from, this comes only from the power of bureaucracy or civil service of India. This does not come from any money or does not come from your own, like the way earlier the life was, like we belong to a family of aristocracy or things like that. No, it comes from public or democracy in action, you can say. And while we all agree that nation building is the role of everybody and everybody has contributed a lot, but somebody who is at the emergency service of nation building is civil servant, somebody who's given this authority. When we talk about India and Russia, India and France, India and China, India and Cambodia, whatever country, so there is a person who is interacting with all of them. That person is representing India. He is not a ministerial person. He is not the ministry external affair minister. There is a bureaucratic system which has knowledge exchange both sides, and they interact and engage with each other. You would have seen in many times in United Nations conference when it happens in September, young Indian foreign services bureaucrats answering the statement after Pakistan has given their statement. They reply to the statement of Pakistan. Young officers, like maybe 22, 23, 24, 25 years of age. You would have seen that in newspaper and in TV like that. So who gives such kind of platform? So this is the civil services of India. So see the pride it has in it, see the relevance it has. All this happens, you have to clear this examination. Only then it will not happen just like that. There is a process to go and through that. So I in the YouTube description, and also people who are attending it live, I have also previously also shared, I will share the notification which actually comes by UPSC in their website of 2024. You to go through and know more about this exam. Why? Because there are multiple other information sources, but the primary source is the notification. So better to take time spend reading that rather than multiple YouTube channels or multiple books here and there. Or they might be old edition. So I'll share you the notification itself. You can download it from the UPSC website also. So that is about this examination. It has prelims examination. It has two-stage paper of GS and CSAT. Then there is a mains examination only for people who qualify the prelim examination. And then it has 9 paper including the optional subject. You have to choose one optional these days. And then comes the final personality test, which is only for people who write or clear the mains written examination. We are very fortunate that every year UPSC has been conducting exam every year. Why I said fortunate? Because when you compare it with the state government PCS, public commissions, you will realize not there is no regularity over there. It is very challenging for many candidates because they lose out on their age, they lose out on various other factors, especially on age eligibility itself. Hence, UPSC preparation, at least since 1979, or I've seen this particular structure of exam has happened every year. It may be COVID, may it be war, or may it be what, but it has already always happened. Hopefully that stays the way. Now, this slide actually I want to showcase, or I've written it here because what exactly makes the exam difficult? It is not the content or preparation or the books or the cost or the time, just like that. It is basically a data of a number of people who are applying for this examination and number of people getting that job. One seat to how many people? Is the data or that reality is what makes it look the world's toughest exam. So UPSC's annual report of 2020 shows that around 10 lakh people applied for this exam. Around 5 lakh actually went to the exam hall to give the paper. And from the 5 lakh, only 10,000 people actually qualified the cutoff and were ready to write the written paper. And from that, around 2,000 people got selected for, as per the vacancy, 3 times the vacancy for interview. And from that, finalist 833 people got selected in the final list. Now, if you see where is 10 lakh, where is 833, it is just mind blowing. So with this kind of a ratio, and you see, you start on at least it's a 15-month cycle, I call as one attempt. From the time, for example, if you start preparing from now, even if whatever may be the result, for example, you give the prelims, you fail the prelims, at least till June end you are preparing, and then you'll realize I have to give another exam at least one time. I'll prepare much harder. If you fail in mains, again you will think I will give another time. Every time it starts from scratch. I don't know how many of you have played this, in your school time, Super Mario game, video game. So it does not, there is no lifetime, and it does not start from the same where you left, where you got out. Every time it starts from scratch. Why? Because the exam is talking about somebody, the entire batch which is giving this exam. Like if it is 2024, then 2024 is a batch. If it is 2025, 2025 is a batch. So it is never going to say because you cleared for exam in 2022, 2021, you have got some extra special abilities to not give prelims and directly give mains. No, you have to always come with the batch. And in comparison to batch, where do you stand? Your cutoff, your merit, everything starts with in comparison with that particular batch. So this is what the entire details of examination to show what exactly is tough in this examination. I hope I am not, putting a lot of stress in your mind, or rather, I'm trying to help you clear this various doubts which might have come because of information overload. So, if that's the case, you can let me know through chat. But otherwise, I'll continue with the next slide. Okay. Now, uh, what is the success mantra for UPSC aspirants? I did not intend to write this slide, but some or other way, I feel that all of us feel like, come on, tell me briefly what exactly you want to say. I don't have time. Just tell me what exactly is needed in a short span. So, in a short span, this exactly is the thing for any aspirant uh, to get in the final list. What is the tools require? Tools require are, you need a topic list for covering the syllabus. What topic should I study? You need a book list. From where this what I should study. You need to join a test series so that you can practice the MCQ, the multiple choice question pattern in time bound fashion, the way to simulate exam, all that thing. So that in that particular 3 hours, brain is recalling after seeing the question. Because many times what happens is, the moment you go to exam paper, you see the question, and suddenly you feel like everything is blank, white, black, nothing is understanding. And then you do some circle and come back. The moment you get out of the exam hall, you realize, oh, I knew the answer. Now, I'm sure this would have happened in any other exam also. But in UPSC, this happens like common. People will be vomiting. One time I was sitting there, person right to me was so much stressed. Even before the person gave the answer sheet, they could not manage. He he went and vomited and like, my God, why so much of stress? Before even the exam. So we carry a lot of burden. So what are the tools? Tools is test series for prelims, test series for mains. It's about answer writing through, because it is a subjective matter of paper. They would have joined that answer writing in time, understanding the demand of the question, what is the question asking, doing the time question paper in time, and then current affair update. And in fact, you open up the, as I send you the notification, you will see one of the common statement written in the entire topic syllabus is, they expect the candidate to know current event of importance of national and international level for his or her awareness. So these five elements, if you are following, boss, you have the tools to get to the next level. Okay. So what are the five elements? Topic list. Okay, I am going to send you this topic list. That it is available in internet and notification also. Book list. Why NCRT and NIOS? NIOS is National Institute of Open Schooling. Basically, government wants something. It is not recommended by UPSC or anything. Book list is recommended by people who are preparing. It is because there has to be some standard book to start from. Foundation. So what is the standard book? It is your 10th books till your 10th class. So which is accessible to everybody. So you might be staying in city, but you have the access to book. What if somebody is staying in rural town? For him or her also, the UPSC should be equally facilitating. So it will be the 10th standard kind of a book. CBSE and NCRT books are considered the standard books for building the foundation. Then what are the relevant resources? Relevant resources will be newspaper, publication by Government of India, anything which is coming as annual reports, all things which is come as relevant by country, uh, Press Bureau of India and things like that. Then test series. Now, usually test series, if somebody can afford, they will afford it from a test coaching institute. They do a lot of effort and they create test series. But if you cannot afford, then what you can do? Go to the UPSC site, download all the 5 to 10 years previous year examination paper. You can download paper till 2014, I think. I checked last. So 10 years paper is available. for prelims. You download them. Okay, you have all the previous year question paper. Start doing it. That is your. You will get into the fantastic league. Test series for mains. Again, if you are able to afford, there are beautiful institutes doing a lot of effort and lot of this thing. Again, you if you cannot afford, go download from uh, UPSC's website again till 2014 all the mains question paper and start writing answer and find a mentor like me who can evaluate. That's it. Or go online, see who can help. So if you have the willpower, you do that. Current affair, newspaper. Sir, don't know how to start from newspaper. I find challenge. Okay, don't read newspaper. Do one thing. One topper said that you download this monthly magazine by big institute, which are freely available for download. Read them. You have to read them. Now, they are institutes. They are definitely going to write not just 5 pages. They will write make a magazine of 50 pages. For 50 pages, they have to write so many content. Na? Not everything is important. Still, the skill of knowing what is important is needed to you. But you can do it. Current affair will also happen. So these are the element which is to be regular. Now comes to the values. Okay. One is what is the toolkit? You need all this thing. Second comes what should be your mental level system. First is consistency. And I'm sure all of you who are watching and with agree with that, with every topper saying the fact that no matter what happens, please stay consistent. It's very easy to say. Let me tell you, it is very easy to say. You start, I'll tell you one best example. Imagine you want to lose weight or gain weight, whatever. You start imagining that you read all the knowledge and it says you can lose 0.5 kg in 1 week and you have to lose around 20 kg. So that means around 40 weeks you should be able to lose 20 kg. Mathematically, you prepare all the chart. This is my exercise routine. This is morning. I will wake up, go for a jog, do yoga, do breathing exercise. I will not eat heavy breakfast. I will eat healthy food, snacking this time, that time, everything. You prepare a chart and everything good. Well, fantastic. First day, morning, you woke up, you did the exercise, everything. That same evening, your parent comes and say, okay, somebody, there is a wedding, we have to go, come, let's go for a wedding. You said, okay, let me go to the wedding. Go to the wedding, and then if there is all kind of food available. Now in the morning, you have decided all the healthy thing in your life. The moment you go to the wedding, then you realize, okay, one day I can compromise. The wedding is not going to happen every day. My friend, my brother, my sister, anybody who's wedding, I'll let me this much I can sacrifice. Khada, and you eat. So this is a reality with anything you determine that I'm going to start it from today and God will take the test then and there. No, I mean, it is natural. Same with preparation. I can study for 2 hours every day. I can study for 2 hours. For 10 days, I will study 20 hours. In 100 days, I will do 200 hours. This book needs to be completed. The book says it can be completed in 10 hours. That means within 5 days I can complete the book. Let me do a planning. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I will complete this book in 5 days. Then this. First day, open first page. 4 hours gone. Page number one only. And all the dreams of UPSC, IAS, red beacon car, all salute of IPS, everything is going on. That's it. First day itself it shows. Now, this is very normal and this will keep on happening. But can we overcome it? That is the challenge. And that is why I told in the first, it's a self-discovery, journey of self-discovery. So consistency is key, managing expectation and managing failures. Managing expectation, you think you can do it in the entire week line, and managing failures because you were not able to do it. So self-guilt keeps on increasing. Oh, I forgot. I could not do it. I could not. Oh my God, I have to do this. I would be overloaded with work, but you don't know what is the work. So this is the first challenge. If you agree with me, you can write yes. Even if you don't agree with me, I'm sure you would have experienced it in some other field in your life. stay motivated. Now, this is obviously essential and necessary because I mentioned because of the other kind of stress and things which is happening. If you don't feel motivated enough, motivation will give you a good push, pump. Motivation will happen and you will do in a marathon, you will do like a sprint. Yeah, let me complete it in 2 minutes. Okay. Then after that, motivation has this that it will only give a little bit of push, but it's not going to stay forever. But you have to decide your own success pattern, celebrate your own success, failure, so that you consistently go move ahead. Adapt and evolve. You started, the syllabus was like that in 2023, 24, it was like this. Something changes, book changed, some announcement changed, something happened, entire pattern of exam is going to change or something is happening. Things will keep on changing. So you will have to adapt and evolve. Now I'll give you one simple example that what happens is when you uh like any college, when you study in college, you have multiple subjects. Say for example, assuming that you are going to a college where you're studying BA history, and so there will be a faculty for ancient history, there will be a faculty for medieval history, there will be a faculty for modern history. Every faculty who comes will say that what is history? Modern history is the only history which is important. The modern guy will say. Ancient will come without the foundation of what is there in your history, without what is there in ancient history. How can you think about modern has evolved? If you are skipping ancient history, you are skipping the entire history. The medieval guy will come and say that what is this? No, this is the most relevant one. We keep on trying to find out where and when the human evolution happened for running a society. It did not come just through speeches or books of ancient history, but practical implementation in the medieval history. And then you go back home and you realize that every subject or teacher is saying that without their subject, the subject existence is only not there. And then you feel more confused. What to do now? You try to put effort in every side, and ultimately, final result is nothing happens, no outcomes. Why I said this example? Because this is common. We are unable to understand what is to our liking, what is the prioritization, what is relevant for this particular exam. And I preparing everything. I love science. I will prepare A to Z of science. I will not leave one anything. And only two questions are asked in science. What will happen? But effort you have given to science is something like, my God. You prepare for medieval history, like, oh my God, ask me anything in medieval history. From entire Mughal administration, I can talk like anything. Questions which came in prelims paper, zero. But you had the same 6 months time. Had you thought about the trends, the way the question papers are designed, the pattern they are following, you would have at least given the weightage of time to what to prepare most and what not to prepare most. So is it written anywhere over there? No. It is one self activity to understand the trend, understand the pattern, why certain questions become relevant for that particular year. So that is adapt and evolve. And final and the foremost, believe. Believe in yourself. Let me tell you, if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't see the mirror and see your future as what you want to become, you will not take a single effort from at your present. Your belief is the only source, no matter what happens around the world. Your belief will be the only source which is going to inspire you. No teacher, no, nothing is going, no superpowers. Only your own belief on yourself. Many times these days, if you know this, the universe concept, manifestation concept, everything starts with your own belief. And I would like to add on one thing. For example, okay, let me see, you are okay, if I can uh, the name of one of my student, I'm whose life, Puja right now to Puja IAS, they are two different person. Puja today to Puja IAS. Pooja has to do the journey of from being Pooja to Pooja IAS. For that particular journey, there are so many experiences she has to learn, so many sacrifices she has to give, and so many other areas which she needs to improve, which current Pooja does not have. But in that journey of achieving that dream of becoming a civil servant or IAS, she has to go through this. So you have to have that belief in yourself. Pooja has to have her belief in herself current today that she will reach that Pooja IAS stage. And whatever sacrifice needed, whatever things I mean to say, time and effort and you know required, she'll figure it out. But she will not let herself own down that no, I believe I will do it and I will do it. Failures will come. People will come and say in face, okay, there's no point. You prepared for 2 years, okay, do some higher education and start a job, man. Oh, it's okay. Get married, it's okay. Okay, it's okay. Why should you spend so much time? It's okay. Everybody is cheating. There is so much of corruption, everything. So there will be so many things happening around the world. But if you are determined, if you believe in yourself, you have the honesty to do attempt, you will do it, and definitely the world will conspire that I mentioned previously, or the universe will conspire to turn the puja to puja. Yes. Now I have one special slide for this where I actually talk about what is the prep, how somebody prepares. So there are in India today, because of there is with online education coming into picture also. So earlier there was self study, people who could do self study, who prepare from their home with all the books and things. Then came this era of coaching institute, and then coaching is very prominent. And then these days mentoring with the help of what I mentioned initially. Now, what happens in coaching, there are some positives of everything and some negatives. Now, you have to see what is your personality. Everything does not suit everybody. In coaching, what happens if you are in the mindset of the it's like schooling? I mentioned in the initial stages that teacher will come, teacher will say, this is the book, this is the syllabus. She'll start writing in the board, this is the chapter, today we study this, give you homework, come back. And then you feel, okay, my chapter is over, I have studied. If you are in that kind of a mindset, this mindset is broken in college actually. But if you are in that kind of mindset, you learn like that. Coaching will give you that kind of discipline. There will be a timetable, there will be a classroom. You will go and sit in the classroom and do everything. Second is, other aspect is, okay, in like what happens in college. Entire college is busy. There is a exam time, there is a assignment time, there is a so much activity involvement over there, and there are lecture rooms which are lectures are happening. So you learn through the lecture, but you sit on your own group study or your single study, however it is, and discuss and come out with, okay, this is the question paper or this is the topic, this is what I've understood, this is what I'm going to deliver. You go and give your exam and come back. That's it. So it is nothing to do like the schooling exam. Then comes this in competitive exams. Now in competitive exams, if you feel that now you have less discipline, you don't know how to carve out time, you stay in a joint family where it is very difficult to find a space for yourself. There is no library, there's nothing where you can dedicate 2 hours, 3 hours at least. My recommendation, if you can afford, please go for coaching. They will take care of, at least they will psychologically, you will complete something. I'm not saying coaching will give you some knowledge or anything. It will give you psychological competition, completion, this thing. But if you can do self-study, and with a lot of this library concept coming in, many people can go to, create a 2-3 hours space for themselves. And they know this is my target today. I will study this. I will complete. They have the book, they have the internet with them. They start studying it, do the testing, and okay, this is tick mark, this is done. Like that, they do it, and everybody can do it. So it is not just about affordability or about the economic reality. It is your self-driven. Discipline has to come. Self-discipline with purpose. Only then you can easily crack. Now coming to certain doubts I mentioned now this part of the session. How to start? Fees is not affordable. Absence of quality content. Cannot come to Delhi. Give me a study plan and I will do it. I do not know anything about CSC. Now, these are certain doubts and some other doubts which I kind of wrote down was here, which were again categorized into study plans and timelines, motivation and general queries, preparation approach, free guidance, and things like that. Okay, now what I did was, because something I took an initiative. Firstly, let me tell you, free coaching. In Himachal Pradesh, the government is trying to they have created a free coaching for UPSC, and people are not taking admission also. 60 days. And I do not know. There is no answer. If you say free, will free work or not? I don't know, because people sometimes, mostly societal pressure only, they are giving exam. They don't have purpose. People who want to take benefit, they take benefit. But who do not want to take benefit, there nothing happens. There is no hard and fast rule. So any which way, my way of looking at it was that uh, I kind of told you about the target audience I'm looking at. Somebody who's repeating, somebody who's doing through self study, and I want to boost that self study program. So I kind of created a study plan of GS Foundation program, where you have to register, and I'm sure you would have already done. Go to elevateis.com and you just register over there, uh, your name and email ID, and you will it's a double opt-in, so you have to go to your email and confirm your email ID, which it comes from the system. And then you start getting emails every day in the morning with a learning content, with a study content, and questions and things like that, which helps you to step by step complete your foundation program. That is, it will cover your NCRT and NIS book. It will give you around 10,000 plus MCQs to practice. CSAT will be completed. Your current affair MCQs will be completed. You will have certain detailed lecture about syllabus roundup. Now, this detailed lecture will only start for, there will be a separate line of action for people who are preparing for 2025. You will get every 30 days, you have a full test, revision test, and mains answer writing as a part of this email. You'll have activities to be done and reply back, things like that. For similarly for essay program, it will be included in it. And every Tuesday, second Tuesday of the month, we get monthly doubt clearing session. It happens. Now, this is absolutely free. Okay, and let me tell you my experience. There are people who have enrolled. There are people, when you say I want free, I cannot afford, and everything, and even if you give free, discipline is not there because something is coming free. Valuation is not there. They are unable to complete it, and stress is increasing. Sir, I'm unable to check emails. I'm unable to see there so much pile up has happened, but I want to prepare. So there I understand the clarity in the aspirant is not there. So even if I'm trying to help, I'm unable to help. And I don't know how further I can help. If somebody is not studying or giving that particular half an hour, 2 hour a day. Because that is what's the basic necessity required. But still, this is what I have done, that I have created a program which is free. And with that, I also offer, there are certain paid programs which I offer only when I see there's certain performance in it. If you are dedicated, then I also feel dedicated. If you don't show the dedication, how the mentor will feel the dedication. So this is absolutely free. You can go and enroll it today. Go to elevateis.com. And in fact, I want to show you the website as well. There you can see, I'll share my screen now. This is for English medium. So this is one, many questions have come to me on that for the medium part of it. But sorry about it, that because I prepared in English medium, so my entire story is about English medium itself. If you have your content in Hindi, then I can definitely help you with. But otherwise with content support, it is only English medium available right now. So I'll just share my screen. So in the screen, you can see elevate.is.com. So here there is this form to fill for uh, free enrollment of this daily program. So you can do the daily program, and then every week we have this session, which we are having right now, for people who uh, just have joined and have registered. You can set up your one-to-one. It's a paid program with counseling uh, with me for co-creation of your study plan, and I also offer you whatever I'll say. I'll offer you that. So these are certain things, and everything is in YouTube. We see that the minimum of the resources are used. I mean, there's no as such app and all that thing. Everything in the free resource and email, it is happening. So this is the website. So yeah, so it's in English itself. Apart from that, I think so. This is the free program. You can just start off with it. You will start getting your email, and if you have any doubt, my WhatsApp number is there. You would have got a message also in WhatsApp, so you can come back to me one on one. I answer everything in chat, but for one to one counseling meeting, yes, I have put some value to it, and you can block that time calendar. Second is, after you do this, then another question which comes is, what is the kind of where is what optional should I prepare? Now, this question I want to answer from the report of what UPSC shares. So these are the top optionals which UPSC shares the number of candidates who clear prelims who are giving the mains examination. Number one is PSIR, that is political science and international relation. Then comes geography. Then comes sociology. So you can see the number of people who are giving this exam. 1863. Then comes geography 1322. Then sociology 1245. Then comes anthropology 1211. Then comes history. So when history is there, say 581, it is around 600 people. Mathematics again 580, and public administration, seventh subject. Now, 509. Now, I would not endorse as such any subject because it is optional subject. You have to see which you like, which you have interest in. But when you ask any candidate who are clearing these exams and they have some background of, say, IT background or say engineering background, and they are taking these kind of subject, when you ask them, sir, why did you take this optional? So there are few answers. Number one, I because I was coming to civil services, I had interest in society, knowing geography or understanding political science, things like that. So my interest was there. Second, I could get all the relevant content, that is preparation material. So you don't have to go to coaching, you can buy online. People can courier it from Delhi and everything can happen. So they had all the material. Number three, many part of this syllabus, except mathematics over here, were also part of general studies. That is the syllabus of GS. So when I was preparing for them, 60% of preparation was also happening for option, or 40% or 30%, however it is. So that helped me to manage that. Anyways, I'm preparing for geography. I'm also preparing for GS over there. So why should I add on a new subject? Because the similar kind of topic listing. Same with PSIR or sociology or anthropology or history or PubMed. So that was the certain reason why they choose it as an option. So you may think like that if you have any thoughts around it, or otherwise your own subject of graduation where you have the all the content and things. So this is exactly about it. Apart from it, I would like to say there are two things very important which I want to say. Uh, is for the next 2025. See, on 22nd January 2025, the notification will happen, and 11th February is the last day to apply. 25th May 2025 is the examination, and mains is around 22nd August 2025. With this free program which I mentioned, what I'm expecting is to have at least a smartphone, mobile phone kind of a thing, email ID, internet connection, and WhatsApp, and daily 3 to 4 hours to be given. So your daily mail program will have something like that. That December, January, it will still focus on pre and mains, but from February onwards, it will be focusing on uh, prelims till May, and then again back in mains. Now, if you enroll, I mean, if you're already there in the list of getting emails, you will get a separate mail for 2025, which will be uh, focused around 2025 for candidates who are giving on 2025. But if you are say, giving in 2026, 2027, you can still continue with the regular mail which you are getting, and you can study. But 2025, you have to now start gearing up for the spending some more than 3 to 4 hours allocation has to happen. Test practices needs to happen. This is the time. No more now. Dwindling around. Again? I always say that you for you apply for the exam. Going to go and give exam is a second thing. You apply for the exam, but when you get the admit card and you feel that I'm not yet completely prepared, then you can take a decision to go and give exam. But imagine if you are ready, then you should apply for this exam. Apart from that, I have two programs which is currently running. One is personalized mentoring program, where every we have all this activities to me as a mentor on one-on-one session. So I help you in all the aspect of general studies, of creating a plan, help you with the preparation in answer writing and current affairs, and preparing and your learning ability and everything. So usually it is charged 12,000 plus GST, but because you're attending live and you have registered, it is 7,200 plus GST. And this is given in a different way, that you have to only pay the admission fee now, and there is an installment of every month which you can uh, prepare, or otherwise you give the admission fund fee now, and then you can give 600 plus GST monthly payment, however it is, if you want to go. This is only valid till what do you call uh, 18th of December, and then it will vanish, because again, I don't have much, I cannot take much bigger batch. I keep it to very less number of people. But free program and your own dedication also is important. When okay, it's good. Again, one more program which I do is current affair, which happens bi-weekly, and it's a paid program. One time charge of 1100 plus taxes for 5 months. You get all the worksheet based processes there. So it is not just listening, but actively doing things with me. So I started this on 15th November. 2 sessions have been already completed, where we took the current affair of September month, 15 days. Now tomorrow, this Friday, we will have for another 15 days of October. So it's a more of a handout kind of a session, and the session will be available. I'm again saying this: the charges are only for evaluation, and because there is an effort which goes over there, for that it is charged. Otherwise, you will get the access in your free program itself. You will get the access of learning access, and you can do it. If you have self discipline, you can crack it through this thing. But if you need value addition and all, then yeah, there are certain charges because of the time I specifically give for you. That's it. So these are the programs which I offer as a mentoring. And there is one more on the answer writing. But if you are writing for mains preparation, your GS mains answer writing is there. I will be soon. I mean, there will be one batch of essay writing which I'll take in January, but that is not tentative. I don't know whether I should be going, because again, a lot of challenges are happening because of the 22nd January of notification date. So if it is doable, I'll see. But otherwise, these are the program which is happening. And my because the interview results are already on. So my interview programs are already on, and you can schedule your sessions with me for interview preparation. So with this, I would like to say that my session for today is over. If you have any question, you can go come to WhatsApp and send to me, and I will be very happy to answer you. My whole purpose over here to become a mentor is to help you uh, with come out with a clarity of mind and help you with the purpose, so that if you are spending your time and money and years investing in this preparation, you should come out with a positive result, and you should be able to self discover yourself to be the best and best version of yourself. With this, my best wishes.